Hello, everyone. It's Reverend Robin with Healing with Reverend Robin. And as you can see, hair is a little different color. I'm taking it back to white. Anyhow, thought I'd get on and see how everyone is handling the new moon energy from the 20th and the retrograde that we have with 5 planets, which is Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Mercury is in Sagittarius, Saturn's in Pisces, Uranus is in Gemini, Jupiter's in Cancer, and Neptune is in Aries. So let's see how. Okay, Mercury is going to be in retro until November 30th. So I just thought I'd get on here and make sure I had all the planets that were listed and stuff. Um, the energy is, yeah, it's a little off. I just got off the phone with my niece and she's a little heated. And I think a lot of people, their energy is really bouncing off the wall because they don't know how to handle it. You got to go in within yourself, lots of meditations, take a hot bath, Epsom salts, lavender, little sea salt. Sometimes I'll use Himalayan pink salt if I don't have the sea salt. So it's just enough to calm me down, relax me. I know sleeping, yeah, that's one night I'll have 9 hours, and the next I'm lucky I get 2 or 3. So yeah, it's the sleep is getting a little dicey sometimes. I know a lot of people that are with all this ascension and energy and stuff. We're having a hard time sleeping. So I don't know what my Buffalo Bills. I guess they didn't take their Wheaties the other night. I can't believe that Josh was sacked 8 times because that's never happened. I don't know where our offensive line was to have that happen because that's so unusual. But I mean, I was a fan when they were 2-14 or whatever years and years ago. So I've been a Bills fan since the '60s when my father had season tickets. So that isn't going to change no matter how they play. Still hoping that they can make it into the playoffs. Um, but, we shall see. Everything's in God's hands, not ours. And I just was checking because the dog just came downstairs along with the cat. So I'm going to be working, um, trying to get some sleep. I'm going to be working with my aromatherapy for healing. See if I can get some, combinations made up and stuff of all the oils that I've got and make up my own because it's every time I purchase something for their Relax blend, it's totally different. I'm one that cannot take patchouli. I'm allergic to it. Um, so that's one I do not. Sorry about that. I keep watching the fur babies, because they get into more trouble than they do anything else. But as I said, I just wanted to come on, see how everybody was doing, and hopefully everybody is going to have a great Thanksgiving. Although, really, now I'm kind of looking at it like with all the Revolutionary War stuff that I was watching on PBS, and the more I get into tune in with the Native American energy and stuff, I'm finding I don't really know if I want to celebrate Thanksgiving anymore. Um, we weren't really very nice people. This was their land and we took over. And, sometimes it's just, I don't know. I think we really need an overhaul on the way we treat others because a lot of it's unacceptable. Now, when I did my my meditations years ago on finding out my spirit guide, finding out my guardian angel's name. My spirit guide is a female shaman, Native American, named Running Fawn. Um, I've known that for years, and she always answers to it. Um, and past life, she was grandmother figure to me, because in past lives I was Native American. Um, and honestly, when I was born this time around, uh, my mother made the comment that I looked like a little papoose because I just had a dark strip of hair down the middle. And I had an affinity for Native American stuff. Um, the first, I'd say, 7 years, I always made my parents, when we'd go to the Erie County Fair, I always made sure we went into the Indian Village, because that's what it was called. And I always made sure that I got a pair of moccasins because I just love moccasins. And so for a long time, I had that strong affinity. Well, the reason being, my guardian angel is Native American, so I wasn't degrading, the Native Americans or indigenous. It was just that's what I had a strong affinity for. So, you know, and honestly, if people do past life regressions, you can find out. I have so far brought up probably 15 past lives. Um, Egypt, the time of Christ, and my Native American side. I was a couple different lives. I was Native American. I was Choctaw and Cherokee. So I've never, in any of my lifetimes, been, I would say, out west at all. Um, Middle of the country. I've never been that way. It's always been East Coast. So, and that's honestly where I feel the most comfortable. I don't have um, a inkling to travel. I'm not one that likes to travel. Um, but you can find out all that type stuff with past life regressions. I also know I died on the Titanic. So, and that time my name was Rose. So, it just, you know, it's different. Um, and I don't think I was the Rose that was on the Titanic, the movie, um, but a different Rose. And because, that's just how it was. And honestly, this is my lifetime that I have lived the oldest at 70. Most of my past lives, I've been gone by 45, and I do know that this is my last lifetime here. So hopefully I'll make a difference, and, you know, we shall see. So, um, yeah, as you can see, the cat is decided to grace us with her. Yeah. Why you go to point one way because I can see her there, but she's over here. Yeah, she looks at me. She's mad because I took the chair from her because she thinks she's either got to lay on the Reiki table or she's got to lay in my chair. She, it's the cat's domain. At least she thinks so. And the dog is halfway under my table for some reason. Usually, if she's not on the table, he's on the table because he likes to get a massage. He thinks that's great. So I'm surprised that didn't make him jump up, and I'm sure she likes it too. So when my back is out, and I'll use that because the chiropractor uses that on me also. So um, we are still working on the hair is a little too short, but I can't get rid of the stuff in the front to get rid of the coloring because then I won't have any hair. So I cut it as short as I can. I mean, there's not much color there. My hair honestly looks, not here, but in real life, it almost looks kind of a pinky color because there's just hair coloring on the ends. Um, in December, I'm going to have uh, one of our members from church, the young girl's going to color my hair back to, or I should say, take the color out and take it just back to the white. I should never have changed it. Um, but after I was so sick last year, it was like I needed something different just to put color in my face. Um, but I figured now I'll just slap myself and make myself rosy, So that's just the way it goes. Um, People don't take life so seriously, you know. Um, I know with what's going on right now, it is chaos, a lot of drama, and especially in the politics, which don't get me going. Um, I did join a a page on Facebook that is for liberal businesses because I'd like to do business with people that think more of the same way as I do. Um, and that is, you know, I have a lot of empathy and compassion for people. Um, am I going to turn you away because you don't have the same political view? No, I don't do that. But I like to put my money and, I mean, because right now I am going to do the boycott. I'm not, I've never bought anything from Amazon. Don't plan on it. Never. Um, and I did have to get some of my resin for my work, um, doing my little trinket boxes and stuff. I did have to get that from Walmart because I won't buy from Amazon. To me, Amazon's a lot worse than Walmart, although Walmart's not that great either. If I remember right, they got rid of their DEI. So did Target. And Target was another one that I liked to shop at. So um, if I'm shopping there, it's like once or twice a year. So that's not going to, make them too rich. So I'm really watching where I spend. For Christmas, I'm going to be doing anybody that wants a gift certificate. I do offer gift certificates for people. But I'm going to be, my money for gifts will be going to local small businesses and also um, we have a winter craft show in Alden. So I will be going to that on the 6th and seeing what they have. I know what I'm looking for. If there's a metal worker that's going to be there, that would be great because I want to get a metal sign for my son's house. And my son never watches this. So, so I know he won't see that. He won't hear that message. But so, we can really watch where we spend our money. I'm going to be getting some fresh bee honey from a local guy, and fresh maple syrup we got it from two different companies that local, in Alexander, I think in Attica. Um, and so we've got that. But I'm trying, as I said, I'm trying to do all local shopping and small business. We have a new business that just opened in town, and I'm going to see what she might have It's hard in my village and town because it's very Republican. I'm a little blue dot in a big red space. Although if you go into the city of Buffalo, it's very blue, So, and Rochester is very blue. And, but yeah, Alden's very red. In fact, we don't even have a Democratic committee in Alden. So that's got to change. Um, but then I went off on my political stuff. But anyhow, um, anywho, we we have to all come together as a nation and stop pointing the fingers. And I mean, if you're not out to hurt somebody, great. If you have empathy for people and compassion, awesome. Because that's where this world's going to. We're leading with love, not hate and fear. And that has to stop, because the only one, when you do hate and fear, the only one that hurts is yourself. You will wind up with all sorts of issues health wise when you continue to spew that stuff. So change your mindset, come from a place of love and light, and, stop putting the hate out, because I don't care what nationality you are, we're all immigrants here unless you're Native American. So we need to start treating each other better, because it helps all of us. It helps all of us with our health, and it helps all of us as a nation. There's a lot of things that are going to be going down in the next week, political wise. So just, if you're going to go to DC or have any of the protests, governmental protests on the 22nd, please be careful. Please keep it peaceful, and but have a good time, because we're all fighting for the same thing. We want peace in this country, and we want pedophiles in jail, whether you're on the left or the right, because there is no place in this country or any country for abuse of young girls or young men. It's unacceptable. You don't treat others that way. And I don't care if you're the president or past president or a spiritual guru that I saw on the list. No, it doesn't make a difference who you are. If you've done that to young girls and young boys, your ass belongs in jail. So if you stayed with me for this long, thank you. I appreciate it. I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about. God never tells me. He just says, go in front of the camera. So that's what I do. And whatever comes out is his choosing, not mine. I channel whatever the other side wants me to talk about. But as I said, the planets, a lot of them are retro. We've got, I think, 5 of them retrograde. So Mercury retro, yeah, we all know how that goes, but get to a place where you can go within and do your own inner work. A lot of us have a lot of shadow work to do, which is the negative in us. We're all being recalibrated. Our DNA is changing. So, keep your head up, keep a smile on your face, at least try to, and peace out. Stay safe.